Om Sahana Sayonara Saviriyam Kavavai Tejasvinavaditamastu Ma Vidvishavai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.
His idea was very clear that a lot of things were covered with mystery, and Swamiji wanted that if that is the way it will remain, it will be lost. Therefore, it is better that we will understand it, and not only understand it from the point of view of philosophy, but scientifically what it does. And that's why he started in Kevaladham philosophical literary research department, then experiment, and then put it to test in the laboratory, and then can be applied into the hospital. And for that purpose, we need people. So he started college, GS College of Yoga. And that was a fascinating arrangement he did. And in addition to that, he also has a part of the ashram which was a spiritual part, which was separate. The main part, you have to understand that there are two civilizations. One civilization focus on matter, the other on consciousness. The civilization which focus on matter, we call scientific, because the system of knowledge which pursues the discovery of the matter, that's known as science. And the system of knowledge which pursues the discovery of consciousness is called religion. And the whole world is divided into two sections. One, they pursue the matter, the other pursue religion. And the result is they both are lopsided. I was assistant director of research in Kevaladham. There and also teaching mental health, yoga and mental health. I had a dream of Swami Kolan. I saw him in a western dress, which I never saw. I saw one photograph afterwards, and I was surprised. And then after a few days, the person shows up, asks me whether I can come, and I said, oh, we'll see. From New Jersey, because one of their teacher was in India, Catherine De Silva, and she asked me whether I can come, and I always, people say sometimes come, and they forget after they leave, something like that. But I was surprised when I got the information from Air India that your ticket has arrived and you have to leave for New York. I left on 12th of July 71. Well, the first impression was fascinating impression, because to me it was the longest flight of my life. I never flew that far. When I arrived in New York, I just read about New York before, but when I came in, I saw everybody was running. How to live in the environment so you will be at peace. How to make that environment so it will affect you positively. And what you do to your body so it will be fantastic. And for that they used postures, they used breathing techniques, they used kriyas, and they are fabulous techniques. There's no question. And the beauty is this, whether you are rich or whether you are poor, technique is available to you once you learn it. At that time only was Amrit Desai was teaching his classes, and Swami Rama started just after when I came in during the same period. Swami Sachidanand was also there, and Yogi Bhajan was there on the West Coast. Swami Rama was in Philadelphia. And we met in also 1971 before. Some world conference was in New Delhi. And he said that if you come to United States, just let me know. So I just came to Philadelphia to visit him. Because I was giving a program in Philadelphia also, in Somnitown, in Amrit Desai's place. Swami Ram was also connected to Institute for Living, Kurt Koniasko, and he asked me whether I can teach there, because they have a different type of therapies and Gestalt, rational, emotive, and all those things. So whether I can teach yoga, because it will be a good place for. And that time Swami Rama said, why don't you stay to learn some of the Western techniques of these therapies, and that will be very helpful to you. And at the same time, you can teach them. So I said, all right. Swamiji connected to me with a lot of yoga students, and one was Joy Goran. And also, you came in and asked whether we can start an institute. This is a very interesting part. When I came to United States, everybody is so enthusiastic, it is really inspiring, to tell you the truth. Because when I came in, a lot of people, now they are all getting old. They were all inspired. Okay. And we had a good time.
Doctor, is it true that next year's conference is going to be yoga and Social Security?
Not a bad idea. not a bad idea, Gary. Because inspired. In India, lot of patience. Lot of patience, doesn't matter. Everything's okay. Everything's okay. See, here, let us do something. Now, the combination of the two is required for a yoga student. A feeling for doing, and also the feeling of patience behind it. And also I was teaching in Jefferson Medical College. In Jefferson, I met Barbara because she was attending some social worker class. And she told you people about me, and you all came in Institute for Living. And when you were there in Institute for Living, at that time, you came up and said, you were there, Candy was there, Mother Maggie was there, and some Leslie or some Sharon was there. And you came up and had an idea, we can start our own institution, something like that. And idea came to me, not a bad idea. I started Sky Foundation Day on the Vijayadashmi 1972. In month of October, the same date, Keval Dham was founded in 1924. Looking how many people come to yoga for spiritual upliftment, for body. How they look nice, how they will be slim, how they will do all those things. That's their goal. So two sides are there. Now, yogic tradition wants to bring these two together because they are dealing with body and the soul in it. Not also discarding the body is not useful. They say it is the place where you can have it. Experience. If the body is not helping you, you cannot have it. The scientific community was interested even at that time also, because where I went to California, I talked to in some places. I taught in Aslan and also some groups in California. I taught in San Quentin, in Nebraska, in all those places, many places I taught during that period. And all places the response was wonderful. There's no question about that part. All the places are such wonderful.
Yoga is not a philosophy, it is a darshan through which you understand the reality. It is not the love for wisdom, it is not logic.
When I was teaching the class, we need some books. And for that purpose, we ordered the books of Swami Kolananji. We got it. And then we thought that we need more books of a yoga type, and we did not find it easily. So if we can have our own place where we can have it, that will be very useful. And that's the way on the 12th Street we started Garden of Letters. 1981, so we were passing by and we saw on the one building handwritten number for sale, and that was 527 South Street. So I asked Candy was driving in the van, note this number. We note that number, we called the person, Mr. Zukri, and we saw the building. Basement was in a horrible condition, and I took many of my friends and they saw the horrible condition and they say, it is not worth touching. There's no question about that part. I will never forget that. But I was not thinking from that angle, from that point of view. I was pretty excited to have some place where we can have some classes and everything there. So we moved there, we bought the building, and Candy was the main person who supported for that, and also Charles Hetfield.
Whatever means you can use it, meditate. Meditation has to dawn upon you no matter what. And that is the idea behind it. Now, you use your breathing for mindful meditation. You use your eyes for visualizing it, doing it tratak, or you use your ear to hearing the sound, or your sensation from the body, any sense organ, because whatever avenues you have, with those avenues you can go in. And once you go in, you are in the same room. Whether you go from this door, from that door, from that door, from that door, doesn't matter.
Yoga Research Society started 74. The reason was that there has to be a platform for people to be feeling not coming to somebody's place where they will be associated with that teacher or an ashram or something like that. Open platform for everybody in the field of yoga.
Yoga Chitta Vritti Nirodha, that is the second one. Yoga is the prevention or control of disorder or disease or modifications of consciousness. That means if you go to the lake and if you want to see your face in the lake, water has to be still. If somebody throws the stone over there, you cannot see your face, it will be broken. And therefore, that calmness has to come.
In 1976, William came to 10 South Front Street as a student. And he was thinking to start something in the countryside. And also Walter Kaufman. He was also a student at that time. So they both came in, searched around all the places, and they found this place. And when I came in, I saw the place. I liked the water part, and it was quiet. So I thought, if you want it, the only thing I can do, I can only teach. If you can manage the place and do other things, that's your thing. My responsibility to teach. And that's the way we started Skyline.
It will give you a feeling each time, aha, aha, like a discovery. Have you seen the children when they find a toy? They get so happy to look at it, and they forgot somewhere and then they find it, look at it. Have you seen the dogs when they take the bone and they put it in the ground somewhere, and then next day they went there and somehow they find it and they roll over on it and they are so happy? You have everything. You see, this is the beautiful part of it. You have everything, you are not need from outside. And the only part is some effort to access what you have. This is the way they write in Sanskrit. Okay? You can write in English. And when these two are combined, A plus U, they become O. So some people, when they read in the book, they say Aum. Have you seen that?
Yes.
Aum. No, it is not that, because the rule is this: A and U becomes O. So it's like O.
Oh.
Okay. So now this stands for Vishnu, the God, which is of preservation. This is for Brahma, and this is for Shiva. In some texts, this is for Brahma, this is for Vishnu, this is for Shiva. And that means, if you look at from the point of view of science, that something was not there, it comes, it stays, and it goes. Particle comes, it stays in there, and then it goes. So it covers everything. So that's why it became very, very important technique, that by reciting this, you can reach that source, and that is a cosmic source.
The main part here is this. When a teacher goes to the class and teaches the class, he teaches first whatever he knows. Then he teaches something he does not know, because the student wants it. And therefore he has to search for it, and he tries to bring it. And students want something new all the time. And it requires a tremendous guts and courage to maintain the same system and teach it regularly. And that is not the case in this country, because they are so enthusiastic. That's the wonderful part of this country. But they have no patience, which is the missing part, and which is a prerequisite for yogic practices. You have to have enthusiasm and also have patience.
And there has to be balance between the two. So there has to be balance. They are complementary. Science and religion, science and spirituality, they are complementary. And if that gap is covered, it will be fantastic. And that is the process yoga wants to do.
I definitely know that research has to go, and research is a very important component for Sky Foundation. In the same style, not only in philosophical part, but scientific research. And also, I generally believe very strongly that there has to be a way so it can be applied in daily life and in medicine. So in alternative medicine, it will come very strongly.
Getting old is not a problem because this is more fun because you have a lot of experience with it. But how you use it, that's the important part of it.
My feeling is like this: yoga will definitely influence the life of people and also the scientific community, whether they may use the word yoga or not.
you cannot understand yourself by logic only. You have to have a direct perception, and that's what I'm talking about. And that's what. Okay? Close your eyes. And those who have to read it, they can read it with open eyes. Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhina Sarve Santu Nirmaya Sarve Bhadrani Pashantu Ma